I had a fabulous question from Rick. He was asking about what the dominant chord means. And I might have given him a little bit of a wrong answer. I was saying a dominant seventh refers to any seventh, like a C7, D7, E7, A7, G7. And what I thought it would be a root, third, fifth, plus a flatted seven. So like good example would be like an E chord, which is a root, fifth, there's another root, a third, a fifth, and a root. So if we reduce that, the E major chord is made of a root, third, and fifth. If we add the flatted seventh or minor seventh, which is the seventh note of the scale, flatted. Let's find out what that is. Here's an E major scale. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp is the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat that. And that's what I was calling the dominant seventh, or the flatted seventh, or simply E7. So see where you can get confused? And the seventh chord has, I always hear it as an edgy sound. It pushes. It's got kind of, it just sounds metallic and bluesy and kind of rowdy. Versus like a major seven, is like a nurturing, warm, inviting chord, while the dominant seventh is more of a cold and icy chord. But we just call it E7. And so what dominant refers to is the way it's used. Usually it's the fifth note in the scale. So let's say we're in the key of A. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. The fifth note in the scale of A is E. The fifth note in the key of A is E. So if we make an E7 chord, that's our dominant seventh chord. And its job is usually to push us back to the root, the A. A major, E7. Sounds nice, but it kind of pushes us back to the A. That was all A, E7, A. So that will be the correct definition of a dominant seventh. It's the fifth degree of the scale. And that is correct. If you want to know a little more, say like, there's other weird words like dominant. There's subdominant. Subdominant would be the fourth degree of the scale of key of A. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's D. So an A chord to a D sounds like this. I mean, it sounds very nice, but it doesn't really push very hard. It just sort of kind of sways back and forth. Those chords can just kind of tick-tock, tick-tock, and they just sound good. But if we add that, the fifth degree, the E, it just sort of goes around in a circle, and it just sounds a little more, developed. It tells a little bigger story. So, of course, those three chords, that'd be your 1, 4, 5. And that's real important to, you would want to know that in all 12 keys. You'd want, if that's if you're not ready, if you're not fluent in that, you would want to work towards that. And then there's others, like the 2 is called your supertonic. Your 3 is the mediant. Your 4 is subdominant. 5 is dominant. Your 6 is submediant. Your 7th, or your flatted 7th, is subtonic. And then your natural 7th is a leading tone. And then you're back to your tonic, the root. So I'll play those for you in the key of A. 1 is your root, the A chord. 2, the 2nd degree in the scale, supertonic, B minor. All those notes will fall into the key of A. If we did a B major, you'd have an E flat, or an E flat, and that wouldn't fit. That doesn't fit in the key of A. But if we flat that note, it becomes minor, and it works. That's the 1, the tonic. 2 is the supertonic. 3 is your mediant, C sharp minor. Sounds pretty nice. That's the tonic, supertonic, mediant. The subdominant is D. So it sounds like. It's logical. All it is based on the major scale. Remember that. So it's tonic, and the terms are bizarre to me, really. I don't think of these often. I play them. I know the sound. I know it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I don't always sit there and think, oh, submediant, subtonic, leading tone. I don't really. So this is something that I need to review too. So let's just go through it. Tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant. The 5. Your 6 is your submediant, F sharp. So it's A, B minor, C sharp minor, D, E7, F sharp minor, and then you can do a subtonic, which would be a G, which is commonly used. That would take you back to your A. That's a G. So you can, even though that G is not in the major scale, it's commonly used in popular music. Like, it's just always there, and I guess we just have to include it. But the leading tone would be the one that fits in the scale, and that's the one I enjoy, is the G sharp, which would, now this is where it gets kind of wild. All these other chords make sense. This chord is a little bizarre. And, I watch students just kind of like, no way, man, I'm not playing that. That don't sound good. But I like it because it's not commonly used, but you'll see it in sheet music. That would be a G sharp minor 7 flat 5. Sounds, G sharp minor 7 flat 5. And it sounds really weird, doesn't it? Because that's the leading tone. It's trying to pull us back to the tonic. So that's a chord to look up, your G sharp minor 7 flat 5, or I can show you it's a. That's the middle ring, pinky, index. These are all on the 4th fret. It's a G sharp, F sharp, B, and a D note. So middle's on the 6th string, ring is on the 4th string, pinky's on 3rd string, index on 2nd string. You can handle this. I just enjoy that it sounds weird. It's like, it's just not quite to the tonic yet. it's got a little bit of suspense, you know. So let's just roll through one more time. Oops. Again. Yeah, that one is weird. So, you know, I'm doing different Ds. I might do this one, this one, this one, or E7s, this, or that. F sharp minor could be this or that. B minor, this or that. You'd want to be fluent on all, you know, not all, but as many as you can get. I mean, I could sit here all day and come up with different ones of, I could stretch my fingers into knots, coming up with different ways to play all of those chords, you know. B minor could be, or here. Those are all B minor chords. So every chord you can even, and actually you can really get wild with it. Like, let's see. You know, you can really stretch out. As far as you can stretch your hand, you can make those chords. But you don't really need to right now. But so that's a long answer to a good question about what is a dominant seventh. It's just the fifth note of the scale turned into a seventh chord. Not to be confused with a major seventh, but maybe we'll do that another day. All right. Thanks for watching.